Hello everybody. This video is just a little bit of everything. I've been housebound now for almost a week. We've been in the midst of extreme cold weather. Extreme cold for this area anyway. We're going down to minus 19 or minus 20 every night. That's Celsius, that's minus 4, minus 5 Fahrenheit. And only warming up to around 14 or 15 degrees, minus 14 or 15 degrees Celsius in the daytime. So needless to say, there's been no nice long walks or anything outside. This video will be coming out on Wednesday, I think, which is the 3rd, I think, of January for the new year. So Happy New Year, everybody. And right now, the forecast says that it will be warming up on Wednesday, all the way up to minus 4 or something like that Celsius. And true to form, Thursday is looking like a blizzard. After we have one of these cold snaps, we're always in for big blizzards. So time will tell, but that's what it's looking like. Starting off here, I'm showing you my Tahitian squash that I've been trying to ripen in the house. That they didn't get a season, wasn't long enough for them to ripen in the garden. And something is starting to happen. This was solid green, and now it's yellowish green. So it is starting to change color. It's been one long process. This one, same idea. It's getting more yellow here. But it also has areas like this that look like it's spoiling or something, but it's very solid. It's just in the outside skin, so got to keep an eye on that. I may have to peel that one and try it even before it ripens, but the dark green is striping with yellow, so it is ripening. The question is, will it ripen before it rots? Let's move on. I want to try to pop some of the pink popcorn that I tried out in the cabin. It's been drying in the house now for another couple of months, and I'm going to try it in a hot air popcorn popper to see what kind of luck we have. Find out if I'm any better at getting kernels off the cob this time than I was last time. Boy, they're really stuck on there now. Okay. A little twist helps. Once you get started, they come off quite easily. Only a few went on the floor, so I didn't do too badly. There's a pink popcorn cob without any kernels. There's the kernels. I don't think that I will try popping all of those. I'll do some just to see if it works. So bring you back in just a second and I get this thing set up with a bowl under it. I like the complexity of this hot air popcorn popper. You plug it in, it goes, you unplug it and it stops. That's just about as technical as I want to be, I think. I think you can pop it enough with this little thing full as a measure, but that's all I'm going to put in. Blowing out some of the pieces of the cob that I got in there. It usually takes a few minutes to get started, so I'll bring you back if it starts popping. Nothing has come out yet, but I'm starting to hear popping and I can smell popcorn. Getting up close to the surface. Here they come. I've proven that you can grow popcorn on Gambabello. Well, that looks pretty good. No butter on it, but I can't have popcorn with a little salt, so I'll grind a little salt on it. The kernels, or the, what do you want to call it, the popped out pieces, no longer the kernels. Of course, the kernels were small, so are the popped out pieces of popcorn. Nice flavor, tastes just like ordinary popcorn. There you go. Pink popcorn does pop. Let's move on and have a look at some of the host tomatoes. Well, this is sort of my winter garden in front of my garden door, glass door here in the living room. Lemon trees, an olive tree, bay tree, rosemary, and my host tomatoes, which is what I want to talk about. I cut them back, 10 days, 2 weeks ago. They had finally stopped producing fruit and were looking pretty ratty. This one isn't showing up so well, but there's two plants, and I cut both stalks back. This one already had some green growth on it when I cut it back, and I guess it's growing a little bit, but it's been very slow. The other stem, I don't know if it will ever produce anything or not. I'd be happy if I just get one plant coming up out of it anyway, but currently it doesn't have anything that's sprouted out on it. So hopefully those will come back, and by spring I'll be getting tomatoes off of them. But let's go have a look at the two cuttings, I guess, that I did and are growing under lights. The plants stayed very compact, which surprised me. Usually when I grow tomato seedlings under lights before I get them outdoors, they're tall and lanky, but I guess I must have kept the lights down close enough to them that they haven't done that yet. Still putting out some new growth, but the color of the plants isn't all that great. And you're probably not seeing red here on these tomatoes either, because they're not. They're more an orange color. And that is due to the fact that they're growing under these grow lights. I have grown red lettuce under these grow lights, and it doesn't turn red until I take it outside and plant it in the garden or in the hoop house or something. Something is missing from the spectrum in these. It doesn't produce red anyway. I've eaten one or two of them. They taste just as nice as the red ones did from the downstairs. And here is the other plant. Same idea, it's got some pretty good fruit on it. I'm going to be picking quite a few of these because I'm going to have a pizza for dinner this evening, and some of my own homegrown tomatoes are going to be on the pizza. And what I was amazed to discover, I haven't pulled it out yet, I'll pull it out now, is that I even have weeds that I can weed out in the house here. This was a mixture of, just a potting mix that I use in containers in the summertime, and I added a lot of composted manure, cow manure, one of those bags, to the mix when I started using it, and evidently there's some weed seeds in there somewhere too. Well, that just about concludes this part, I guess. Now let's have a look at some of the seed catalogs that have started to arrive. Well, to close things off, just a quick look at the array of seed catalogs that have already arrived. It used to be that you waited for the new year, and the seed catalogs arrived in January. It was great fun sitting down with them and planning your garden during the winter. Now they all seem to arrive in December. I'm trying to get ahead of the other guy, I guess, to see who can get the most business out of everybody. But so far, these are the ones that I've received. I can think of one or two more that I might get yet, I guess. This is Baker Creek's heirloom seeds, an American company. A lot of really unique heirloom things. Vesey seeds here in the Maritimes that I order a lot of my seed from. Their seeds have all been tried in gardens in this area, and they usually work very well. T&T, that's from the Prairies. I've ordered several things from them, including, I guess I've bought trees and shrubs and things from them. Richter's, the herb company, you can buy seeds, or they even sell seedlings. They always arrive so well packed and in excellent condition. I've bought many different herbs from them over the years. W.H. Perron or W.H. Perron, I don't know which. It's from Quebec, and they The catalog itself is in French. I've ordered mostly onions and shallots and things from them over the years, and they're good quality. West Coast seeds from the west coast of Canada. I've ordered a lot of stuff from them too. And Johnny's seeds is from Maine in the U.S., and I've ordered various things from them that I haven't found in other places. Little white turnips and those, I can't think of the brand name of the lettuce that I grew for a number of years. A very unique kind of lettuce came from Johnny's. I've just barely scratched the surface looking at these. I've made a few decisions. I think I'm only going to grow one kind of tomato this year, and that is the Italian sauce tomato. Stop and think for a second, called San Marzano. It's an indeterminate, grows a large sauce type tomato, Italian sauce type tomato, very meaty, not so much juice in them. I suspect even growing them in my hoop house that it'll be late summer before I get ripe ones, but they're the ones that I'd like to grow because I like to can tomatoes in the fall. And I don't know, I'm thinking about growing rhubarb from seed. I have rhubarb in 2 or 3 places on my property, and it's been ignored for so many years. It's run out, basically. It still comes up and produces a little bit, and it could be dug up and divided and put in better soil, and it would take off again. But I've seen so many gardeners grow it from seed that I think I'd like to give it a try. And I'm thinking I may grow 2 or 3 varieties of strawberries from seed. I have an area behind fencing in the garden that hasn't been doing very well the past few years. I'm thinking that I will plant that in strawberries after I amend the soil greatly with a lot of compost and manure and whatever. And I think I'd like to try growing them from seeds. Here it would probably be the 3rd year before you get a crop, but that's my thoughts. Lots of other things I'm sure will be ordered, but I haven't decided what they're going to be yet. That'll be a future video. Well, thank you very much for watching this little video with bits and bobs of everything here. And I'd like to, once again, I'll take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year.